of, what's the date today? I don't even know.
20th.
March 20th, 2025. Okay. So we had some prior discussions about your golf swing. You have a nice golf swing, you always have. Obviously, to do this, it's a lot of hard work, good association. Okay, so I think what's interesting is like, you know, what's like this line to create improvement. And sometimes if I know your pattern for a long time, your pattern tends to be maybe an overdraw miss and a right miss, and you don't really have a height problem when it looks at irons. So if we're to take that grid, okay, and we look at it from a standpoint of like face to path, angle of attack, essentially like your swing direction gets with an iron probably closer to 0. Angle of attack's probably on the shallower end, and being as such, your path might get too big to the right.
Yeah.
So that's a good player problem.
Yeah,
it's a nice problem to have. Like. Every amateur watching this do the opposite of everything we just talked about.
Yeah.
So
totally.
Okay, fair. So let's just go kind of to the top. So the first thing that we're looking at is that your lift is with your pelvis is up.
Yeah.
Okay. And your transition order is fine. Like, I don't have a problem with that. But what's interesting is you get a lot of rotation. A lot of that's done through your thoracic spine going to 11 degrees. I wouldn't change that, by the way.
Okay.
Adam Scott gets 10. Okay. So he's good at golf too. Yeah, you guys are twinning. Okay. Your chest side bend's good. Your pelvis rotation's awesome. Yeah, so you're good. And you're actually very, very centered. Now, what's interesting is when you get to P3, you are a little bit right of center. And you have a lot
with my chest.
With your chest.
Got it.
Pelvis is like 0.7. So you're very good because you trained it to basically push away from the trail side.
Got it.
You trained doing that. Who knows when? It might have been 7 years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say we've been doing it a while.
Yeah. And you're doing it the right way. So you're able to get back to 0. So like what's interesting is another thing is, should amateurs be doing that? Depends. I don't know. Like if you have a problem getting pressure right that sends you right, yeah, that would be a problem. So now through the transition, your input here was to start going down somewhere around lead arm parallel.
Yeah, from 3 to 4.
Yeah, and didn't quite get that in there.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that you didn't go down. We're going to take a look because I think you did. So you look at kind of P5, your chest did go down, but your pelvis didn't. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and then there was a pretty heavy lateral.
Yeah.
So I think the heavy lateral comes because you didn't go down. So you're searching for pressure left. So you start to horizontally move to the right or to the left. And then in doing such, trying to drive the left leg straighter because it tends to stay in flexion too long, which is a draw piece.
Yeah.
So if you lack the ability to hit a draw, get your lower body more forward. Pretty clear. Like it's going to create more frontal plane motion. It's going to reduce hyperrotation to the left. But overall, yeah, you do get to a good spot, just a lot of lateral, right? So we want to kind of reduce that a little bit, but notice like your rotations open are fine. So I would say like kind of on this, analysis, it would be probably good of you to start lowering a little bit quicker.
Got it.
Would be kind of a good thing.
Because then I feel like I do get on that slide portion, like say my pelvis and center move forward more. This goes back more, and there is a slight disassociation with that, and I do probably tend to get some pulls and overdraws. Correct. I think slightly from that.
Yeah, 100%. So let's retake one where there's less forward and more down.
Okay.
And we'll just see what happens. Phenomenal. Tilts are good. Transition order. This one was a little different with the arm. We'll kind of see why. But I think the line item was getting to P3. Now, obviously, like you do have a lateral force, some horizontal.
Yeah.
And then maybe start getting that to go down earlier. So
that's funny. Felt like it did, but
your chest did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a trainable thing.
Okay.
I think that just needs to be trained. Tilts. You can see how centered you are at the top, and then I do think that upper axis is less forward.
That one was. Yeah.
And they're more on top of each other at P5.
You'd at P5 here, you'd want to get these pretty much
on top.
Chest to pelvis on top of each other.
Yeah. So as you kind of mitigate through, you can see like, okay, like that's an inch less of sway, right?
Yeah.
So that's starting to go away. Chest, you need a little better braking underneath the lead side, like it's got to hit the brakes.
Okay, and that would be in the left
left
leg.
foot.
Left leg.
Yeah. And then that'll push. And that was a straight shot there, right? Yeah, I mean, it's a great impact interval. But you can see how, like, the left leg, it is straighter, but it has a little double.
Yeah, like that. And that's probably me just trying to implement that new push feel,
Yeah. So you just got to trend on that.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, got it.